this is a culture of fear in this community. I mean, there's a lockdown, and I mean, when you don't even have to tell people to go to the back door and they just do it on their own, there's this tremendous amount of fear.
My name is Nick Green, and the sign is saying honor Keywan and free Jashawn. Honor Keywan, you know, because he died. It was tragic. It was real terrible. I didn't really know him, but the whole situation is like pretty messed up. And him, I didn't know Jashawn either, but I think it's messed up for his part too, because you know he just witnessed his best friend die, and now he has to deal with being in jail. You know, it's real tragic. You know, you never know what he's thinking. It's like real messed up.
There's a lot of money invested in keeping violence current. The first violence that occurs are the lies that are told to our young people to make them think that they are less valuable than they really are.
Just last month, 15-year-old Keywan Carrington and his friend Jashawn Manning Carter were involved in an incident with the Champaign police. Neither was armed or in the act of committing a crime. Yet Keywan was shot dead, and Jashawn has been charged with aggravated resisting arrest. The community was shocked and many outraged. The community is still waiting for an answer.
So far, there has been a report that apparently has been delivered to the state's attorney, and she's sitting on that report. What's happening with that report? What's in that report? And why does she suggest that, well, whatever's in the report, it doesn't mean that there won't be further investigation? Well, we kind of know what's in the report. And why is there this soft lockdown of Champaign public schools in the face of releasing this report?
Right now, they have no answers. They have no response for the senseless killing of this young brother. And so right now, they have no other choice but for us, when we come and gather like this, they have no other choice but to change the policies and do something different.
We have a crowd of young people who have found it important to join us here today. They are responsible for being in school at this time. And some people said that they should be in school at this time. But we decided, as many children before them decided, that the schools could not hold them to the issue of justice and freedom, and that they would climb out of the windows of schools across Birmingham to ensure that you and I could stand here today. And we thank those children for their sacrifice, because if they had not done that, where would we be? Where would we be? So we thank them for that sacrifice. And for those who say that we should not use children in the issue of justice today, I challenge you to read the history books, because no movement has happened without the children. No movement.
When I heard about the whole situation, I found it quite disturbing, you know, so I went ahead and I made a song about the whole situation, and I didn't have any blanks, so I couldn't bring it here today, so they asked me to rap a part of it. And imagine all the pain that his family feels. Imagine all the pain that the community feels. He was only 15, what'd he do to be killed? And for a few hours, they never knew he was killed. I want to ask the cop, why'd he shoot him for real? And he relaxing while people suffering still. And then they locked his best friend up, but the cop did the crime, so why ain't that where he end up? We won't give up, we just want the answers. He shot him and called the chief. He tried to pull a fast one, and that's messed up. He must think we're stupid. Wow, I'ma go through the town trying to spread this word, and yeah, I'ma do it proud. And if they hear my voice, they're gonna hear it loud, because they think we're losers now. Or when he think he won, that's when they try and shoot him down. Honor Keywan and free Jashawn.
So let's talk about 40 some odd years ago, when the 4 little girls in 1963 were blown up in the church in Birmingham, Alabama. There was an easy response for people to get pistols and go kill Dynamite Bob. But the response was, let's use this energy and this vitality and this synergy to get black folks the right to vote. So 40 some odd years later, you see a Barack Obama come walking out at Grant Park, elected as president of the United States. Policies that we address through nonviolence get work done.
Therefore, CUCPJ supports and calls for the following: that police abuse and use of deadly force incidents must be independently investigated, that excessively disproportionate charging of minority youth by the state's attorney's office must end, that the charges against Jay Sean Manning Carter must be dropped, that police profiling must be confronted and eliminated, that our youth be educated about their civil rights and the rules that govern interaction with the police, that elected officials not just listen, but actually respond to the concerns and needs raised by the minority community.
And we have to remain dedicated and vigilant. Dedicated and vigilant. Dedicated and vigilant. We have something that we must do. We cannot be quiet and allow injustice to run rampant. It is our jobs and our responsibility to check injustice when it comes in the door.
Yes, we have a right to be outraged, but outrage alone is not enough. Citizens must also act. They must continue to raise their voices until they are heard. You can bet our elected officials are listening. Together, we will end the violence. No more stolen lives.
Even if it didn't happen to them, it could happen to someone around them, and that you can still feel the pain from it happening around you. Because I didn't even know Kiwan, and that kind of touched me, and I'm like, wow, it's very, very tragic.
So but we had to take that hurt into a positive situation and turn that negative to a positive, and get involved within our communities, get behind the Kiwan moment, and let's make our community better. I know we're very diverse out here, and our community is very diverse. We want to show that diverseness, that cohesiveness, and let's make a Kiwan moment and a great stance and a great experience for Champaign and make things change. Thank you.